Joining us on WIN News, Lyme disease sufferers met with parliamentarians in Canberra to draw attention to the debilitating illness. They're calling for more recognition for the condition, with one medical practitioner saying patients are suffering without acceptance.
Hannah Coleman is living with a disease some say there's little proof of in Australia.
The amount of times I've had doctors look at me and go, it's all in your head. Actually, when I was completely paralysed and I couldn't move my arms and legs, the doctors looked at me and said, there's no Lyme disease in Australia. She's not paralysed.
Hannah says she first contracted an international strain of Lyme disease through her mother before she was even born. Then, at 12 years old, she says she was bitten by a tick on a camp and contracted what she calls the Australian form of the disease.
It's absolutely destroyed my life. I was a really happy child. I was loving life. I was active, and I went from that pretty much within a few months to being unable to wash myself, unable to dress myself.
Hannah says she finally received treatment for the illness when she was living in the United States. Today, she joined other sufferers, medical experts and parliamentarians to launch the Parliamentary Friends of Those Who Suffer Lyme Disease, advocates who want recognition of the illness in Australia.
The majority of doctors aren't accepting the evidence. So there's a stubbornness so far, but that stubbornness is causing people to suffer and some patients to die.
Dr. Richard Schlurfel has been treating the disease for 20 years and says 70 to 80% of his patients live a normal life. He says the disease isn't recognised here because the test to diagnose it is inadequate, and only one tick has ever been found in Australia carrying the bacteria.
The patients are there, the disease is there, we've got diagnosed patients, we're treating the patients are getting better, and just the collective numbers of tens of thousands of patients possibly with this illness will force a political change.
Hannah hopes if the disease is recognised in Australia, it will lead to better outcomes for patients. Jaleesa Apps, WIN News.
Canberra school enrolments are